Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Mace, and here we have a movie review for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is the newest Marvel picture, and let me say this, I'm not a big Marvel stan by any means. I got bored during Avengers Endgame. I liked the final sequence, of course, the big finale, that was amazing. You know, the finger snap by Tony Stark, Thanos and all of that, it was cool. It was quite the spectacle. But I'm interested to see where they go with this new phase of films. And let me preface this review that it was great to see, you know, this lead, an Asian lead for this film, and basically a predominantly Asian cast, and the movie seems to be doing swimmingly. And it's a good film. I really enjoyed it. So it stars Simu Liu as Shang-Chi alongside Awkwafina, Benedict Wong, Michelle Yeoh, Ben Kingsley. Tony Leung plays basically the antagonist of the film. He plays the father of Shang-Chi. His name's Wen Wu. And basically thousands of years ago, he acquired these 10 rings, which give you immortality and power. And he starts, you know, toppling governments and acquiring more and more power and becomes a megalomaniac, basically. And he wants to just acquire more and more power. And he starts searching for this village called Ta Lo. And that's where he meets this woman who turns out to be Shang-Chi's mother. He falls in love, and she kind of tempers him a little bit, and he gives up that life for a while and kind of lives the dad life. You know, they play house, they have a couple of kids, Shang-Chi and his sister, and he stops being a psychopathic maniac who wants more and more power. But then the problem is the mother dies. The mother gets killed by these enemies of Wen Wu from back in the day. So then he becomes psychopathic once again, and he starts training his son to become a ruthless assassin, and he wants Shang-Chi to basically go murder these people who killed his mom. And he get this. Okay, I'm not going to do any spoilers. No spoilers for this. But Shang-Chi can't follow through with it. Sadly, and with regret, he abandoned his sister. You know, he leaves his sister there with this, you know, Wen Wu, played by Tony Leung, who is very, very good. And he goes to America, changes his name to Sean. That was a funny joke. Awkwafina's got a joke where she says, "Really? You changed your name to Sean? From Shang-Chi? Like Shang to Sean? From Gina to Gina? What? Yay. That was not a good decision." Awkwafina was very funny. The film had that classic Marvel comedy, some really amazing set pieces. There's a bus sequence near the beginning of the film through the streets of San Francisco that was really fun. You know, all the fighting takes place on this bus. And basically, Tony Leung wants these pendants back, which the mother gave these kids when they were little, so he can discover this secret pathway through a maze to get to Ta Lo, where he believes the mother is still alive, but really he's being tricked. He's being tricked. So there's some interesting mythology there with this story of Wen Wu being deceived by these voices in his head. He believes that his wife is still alive, but really he's being deceived by this devil in disguise. So some interesting motifs there with that whole concept, and it's a biblical concept. You know, the snake, the devil, the snake, it's going to trick you. It's clever, you know, but it's a trickster, and he is totally deceived. But he does acquire these pendants from the Shang-Chi and his sister, and then that basically sets the story in motion. They have to go find his father, get these pendants back, because he figures out that whatever the father's doing is not good. So, great movie, fantastic set pieces. I love how they incorporated, they had influence definitely from, you know, Chinese folklore. You know, when you think of a film like Black Panther, who had these influences, had these aspects of African culture that were incorporated, even though it was a fictional African country. You know, some of the outfits and some of the customs and cultural influences were still there nonetheless, and that was a huge success as a film. And I think it's great that we're getting more and more a more clearer picture and a more realistic representation of our society right now. So Simu Liu was a fantastic action star. He killed it as the lead of this movie as Shang-Chi. Great martial arts throughout the film, some really, really great fight sequences. Benedict Wong showed up in a cameo. They're in this sort of fighting, you know, illegal fighting ring place, and I believe it's Abomination from the old Hulk movie, the one with Edward Norton, played by Tim Roth. I think it is Abomination, but I'm not sure. But yeah, the exploration and just seeing that representation of Asian culture was really great. At the beginning, you know, you're at Awkwafina's parents and the grandma's there. There's some funny jokes here and there, and yeah, great choreography. Like I said, action sequences were awesome, and I think it was a great film. So I do recommend it. I think it was a tad bit long. They could have edited it down a little bit. It did drag on just before the finale of the film. It did drag on a tiny bit, but yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool film. I do recommend seeing it if you get a chance, if you want to go back to the theaters. It's made 150 million over its first 3 to 4 days, so it's doing pretty dang well. Yeah, so love it. Very, very good film. We enjoyed it. Michelle Yeoh, of course, plays his aunt, Shang-Chi's aunt, and she was great. They have these awesome dragons in one of the sequences in the film, and I think that's some of that Chinese folklore coming to be an influence in the MCU. So it's going to be interesting seeing where the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going in this next phase, with the Eternals coming out soon, and who it's going to lead up to with the big baddie, the big bad for the next set of films. But very, very cool. Enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the movie. Did you enjoy it? Have you seen it? Do you hate Marvel? Do you love Marvel? And Ben Kingsley, I gotta say, Ben Kingsley, he was quite funny. But an enjoyable night at the movies it was. So yeah, we'll see you all soon. Take care, everybody. And yeah, that's my review. Peace out. Later. Bye bye.